What's up, viewers? So, today we're gonna be studying and going over the Nurburgring Manufacturers Cup racing. This was my second and best staying. Right now we're the first avoiding chaos on the first lap. By the way, on League GT3, which is kind of the starting beginner league, and yeah, we're just making sure that we stay clean through the process here. If we are somewhat slow coming out of a turn and we have a faster player behind us, we gonna let them go through because it's faster that way. Let them go through because eventually they're gonna make a mistake where we can capitalize and pass them. So right here, I'm just trying to stay with pack, not trying to lose anyone, trying to stay as clean as I possibly can. I started a P6, I want to say, or P7, no, P7. Stay P7. So basically, I'm at where I started, and not following the pack, making sure that I follow my own racing line. And right here is my first opportunity to pass somebody that already passed me. Now we just moved toward North Life right here. We again, same position. We moved up just a little bit. We got through that little gauntlet there. And here is a very aggressive Ferrari driver. I decided, you know what, I'm surviving that. I'm glad that I survived that part because that part was definitely a difficult part to make sure that you were safe put. But that opened the door for the previous player who also passed me. They were just really hungry to pass each other. They were passing like, hey, I'm going to get that position. I want to get it. So, again, the point is here is try to stay clean as possible. Making sure that limit the mistakes and capitalize on other people's mistakes. I see that we're pretty close. They're going up, and then this is a very difficult situation, stretch of turns and curves. It's the S turn here that is really difficult. As you can see, he ghosted. He went off, and I kind of nudged him a little bit, which these guys were fighting each other. Past the Ferrari, and then I was trying to get to the Honda NSS. So I know I bumped a little bit, but that comes with the territory when you got players that have made a mistake and they're trying to get back on the track as possible. Like this guy right here, he probably made a mistake again. You're letting the race come to you. You're making sure that you limit your own mistakes and that you keep going as much as possible. And right here, the two previous drivers, I think that he was, way ahead. And so he's trying to get back. He's in a hurry to get his position back. And that's something that I learned through mistakes. You gotta buy your time, and look, he just goes too fast. Then the Ferrari takes over, and I'm just like, okay, stay clean. Try to be fast. If you're fast and clean through here, you're good. Use the track limits as much as possible without getting a penalty. And further, we move up a little bit further, and that's the guy that we passed earlier, and the pressure. Again, he felt the pressure from me, just staying really close to him. I did not bump him or anything. I just stayed close to him. And with that, like that, he was just so, like, he still went wide twice. 2 turns he went wide because he's trying to recuperate. He's trying to come back. Like, the first thing when you go off, you're trying to make sure that you come back in as clean as possible, and then your tires are going to be dirty. So you also got to take accountability to that. You're not going to have the same grip. You lose all your momentum and rhythm. So that's one thing you got to do here. And you're going to see what I mean by that, because I was not free of any mistakes. I made a couple of mistakes here, and then you're going to go and see that right here. I almost drifted out. Obviously went into the grass. The thing that saved me, it was a Ferrari behind me. It was really aggressive, man. Just really extremely aggressive. I was really uncomfortable with him being behind me because he was just not, the only way he could pass is bump. So like you see, like I have him there, and I switched to my camera angle, and then just trying different perspectives. So I move up a little bit ahead because it was just the same, same fight, same people. I move here, just a little bit because there's going to be something really interesting here. We're going into our North Life here. I gotta, you gotta record it when you go in here because this is, to me, is the gauntlet. Like this is the green hell, and this part right here, it is. If you're not, if you're not making sure you're paying attention to your braking points, if you're not paying attention to the front of the car, like you gotta be on your apex as much as I can. Just because of threat from the front and the back, I kept them too, and it's a good, speed with at least with a Porsche 911 RSR to keep at that gear, because this is what happened. And it's gonna short here in a little bit. The number seven, the P7 guy had an issue. He stumbled, and I capitalized on it here in a hot second. Yeah, there it is. I'm right over him. I did not promise you guys. I did not touch him. I did not bump him. He by himself went. I did not punt him. I promise. Here we just move ahead, and I think this is another one. Yep, another guy that went off. And again, just staying, just limit your mistakes. This is what happened. People are gonna make mistakes. Or they're gonna make mistakes. It's just how big of a mistake it is that you're making. And right here on P6, showing the difficulty of this area. This is a very difficult part for most people. Some people just they make a mistake. And right here we just moved up a little bit. We passed, as you can see, we passed everyone because we decided to pit an earlier lap. And this is where it really kind of focused. I had a pressure on me. I had a real good driver behind me. He just kept putting that pressure on me, and I just kept, keeping my eyes on the back of my mirrors instead of, focusing ahead. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to making sure that you're gonna make a mistake if you have someone that is constantly like staying on you, and like if you're slowly inching forward, capitalize on whatever. Like if they had a wrong exit, you're losing up a 10th here because they missed an apex. So that's where you're gonna come in and you're gonna take advantage. And then that's what was happening here. I was in the podium. I was literally in the podium on the last lap, and we're getting through the first sector. I'm feeling the heat for sure. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm feeling the heat. I was hoping, because he was driving a Dodge Viper, and we know how how strong these vehicles are, and they just have a poor traction control system. But this guy was really on it, and we moved a little bit forward. This is where I was like, okay, I feel comfortable. He was catching up little by little. He was catching up. I just happened to be a little bit better on the turns, so which helped me. But he was definitely catching up. Like he would have caught up maybe at the straight if I would have not made the mistake that I made here. And it's a silly mistake. I don't even know. I think I just got, and you'll see it. I just got on the throttle too soon and spun myself out. There was nothing. That I maybe saw him on my mirrors again, slightly, a boom, and there it is. So yeah, thank you for checking in, brothers. Appreciate it. Bye bye.